Is the new Durango better than the Ford Exploder? We will find out in today's video. This is being provided to us by the Doug Smith Dodge here in American Fork. I'll include a link to their website. Ask for Brad if you have any questions. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood is a 3.6 liter V6 that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy 17 around town, 24 on the highway with power outputs being 295 horsepower and then 260 pound-feet of torque. And yeah, you can apparently get a V6 for the first part of 26. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help me out with that. Starting with the hood, we've got the performance hood with all of the cool venting. Love the headlight design here, and then you've got the performance front fascia, so lots of venting. We do have parking sensors on the front end. Although this platform's pretty old at this point, I think the Durango still looks good in the modern world. Tire wheel setup is 265 by 50 by 20. You can see metallic gray for the coloration on the wheels, and then you've got nice body painted fender flares, blacked out mirror caps, keyless entry, and body painted door handles. And then you can see, compared to a lot of other modern SUVs, it's a little bit more rounded off, but also way less crazy with the body lines. This is when cars were a bit more simplistic with the design. Now when it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock function, got the opening for the hatch, remote start, and then the Dodge logo on the back. 12 volt here in the rear. We've got this little tab to throw down the seat for more storage, and then you have the strap to actually pick up the seat too. And there's actually a decent amount of storage behind the third row with it folded up. When you're all done, just press that button and I'll close the hatch. Giant light bar here on the back end of the Durango. You also have that little cover over the receiver hitch, and yeah, the back end of this car, again, I think it looks good in the modern world. This week's giveaway is all about muscle and luxury with two Cadillac V cars. The first of which is a CT5V Blackwing, and the second is an Escalade V. Both these have supercharged V8s producing nearly 700 horsepower each. They also have tons of luxury and modern technology to match. Not only can you win both of these cars, but part of the giveaway is also $73,000 in cash to help pay for the taxes, and your donations go to help children's and veterans charities. Use code VHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4x bonus tickets on any donation, $25 or more. Let's now check out the interior. So you've got soft touch at the top section of the door panel, and then you can see the red stitching here on the lower portion. Remember, right, just pull this handle. Yep, and then I'll pull the seat down, and then you pull this red strap, and then I'll pull the seat up. Nice red stitching here in the back seat. You can see it's perforated all down the center. And then when it comes to spacing, it is going to work for adults, but it'd be best for kids because of the legroom. Now, legroom in the second row is a lot better. We've got a little storage pocket. Vents here in the rear. You've got heated seats, USB ports, and a full outlet. We also have our own climate zone, and then you can see again nice perforated trim all down the center of the seats. Keyless entry for up front, and let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. This also comes with memory seats. Front two windows are automatic, and then you've got more soft touch trim. The front seat is perforated all down the center with the Dodge logo there at the top you saw. It's got power adjustments and lumbar support on the side. The front passenger seat also has power adjustments and lumbar support. Let's start it up. When it comes to steering wheel features, it's perforated on either side. It looks like they're using synthetic trim for the steering wheel. See how that holds up over time. But paddle shifters, radio controls on the back. Adaptive cruise control and radio cruise control on the front. I like how they let you choose between them. And then controls for the center stack too on the left side. Digital gauge cluster in the center. You can scroll through to see different bits of info depending on what you're going to be looking for on the vehicle. So it's somewhat customizable, and then it'll also give you a little graphic when you pop it into the sport mode, for example. Still just a regular backup camera. I've said it in the past, they need to add a 360 to this. That would help out a lot. Camera aside, the infotainment system is really user-friendly. It's got the controls for the climate here, as you can see, heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. But yeah, it's got a nice shortcut bar. It's quick to respond, and overall it's just user-friendly. We've got a bunch of physical buttons below for the climate, for the heated and ventilated seats, the radio controls, and then these little tabs, there's quite a bit of glare on them. But stuff like the sport mode, your eco mode off, because if you have eco mode on, I guess that it makes it so it's a little bit less exciting to drive. And you can turn off auto stop start. Phone charging pad, we've got some USB ports with an auxiliary port there too. Shifter here for the 8-speed, cup holders behind, or kind of beside it. Center console, which is decent amount of storage. Got 12 volt inside, stitching there on the top, and there's more of that stitching here on the dash, and everything's some soft touch too. And then at the very top, this just has a regular sunroof. So it's gonna be hard to see, but 2026 Durango, this is in fact a 2026. Its tickets for $49,235. Let's see how this Durango performs. Setting off in the Durango, and by the way, a few of these videos are not going to have my face in the intro. I shaved off part of my mustache by accident, and so then I had to just shave everything off. It just made the most sense. And well, let's just say that the world does not need to see me without a beard. It is horrible. It is absolute, like, it is a tragedy. It shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. And well, good thing my facial hair grows very fast. It'll be back pretty soon. But yeah, for the time being, you guys don't need to see that. The world and your life will be a much better place without that being a thing. But I will say, you know, I'll get into the review in just a moment. It did show me, like, I've been kind of leaning into losing a bit of weight, because I put on a bit of weight to, you know, try to get my gym lifts up and everything, and I definitely put on too much. And yeah, shaving definitely showed, because I hold like all my weight basically in my cheeks, my chin, and my stomach. And yeah, we're gonna be losing weight now, so I guess there's a positive outcome out of it, and that's the fact that I will be healthier long term. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll let you guys know how the weight loss journey goes and everything. But yeah, tragic. So V6, I'm confused like you guys are, because like if you literally Google 2026 Dodge Durango, Lord Google will literally tell you that there is only V8s available. That's what Google will say. But here we are in a 2026 GT, and it does in fact have a V6. Now, my guess is what you basically had is, you know, vehicles obviously take some time to be produced, and it takes time to get production ready for stuff in general. I think that they probably already had these in production before they decided to go all out on the V8, right? Because things are planned months and even years in advance. So that's why I think again, you're gonna have this initial run of V6s, and then I think for the rest of the year, it'll probably be just V8s. But I guess if you want to get the V6, you can still get the V6 for the time being. So acceleration with the V6, it's not bad, it's smooth. It's an NA V6, so you have linear power, and the 8-speed automatic's fantastic. It's a very smooth transmission. So you've got linear power delivery. It just doesn't have a crazy amount of power, but it's not bad. However, the Hemi, right, is what makes the Durango special in my opinion, and that's why I think they're going all in on the Hemi. So it kind of makes sense when you put it all together. But when it comes to other things, it has acoustic glass up front, so it's actually pretty insulated. Stellantis has been putting that in a ton of vehicles. My Wrangler has it. You know, all the Ram 1500s have it. I'll see if there's any Durangos that don't have it as I review the different packages. But they're putting it in a lot of their vehicles, and it makes a big difference in terms of overall insulation. The seats are comfortable, and I do think this vehicle shines pretty bright in today's market, because a lot of the other cars have gotten so plasticky and so modern. This isn't like perfect by any means, but this interior is a lot more, I don't know, it has a more old school feel, because this is an older platform and everything. It's got the feel that I miss in vehicles. Like the doors feel more solid than a lot of modern cars. The door handles themselves have like a nicer feel to them. Like just go and open the door to a Durango. It's not like the most premium thing on the planet, but it just has a nicer feel, you know? So overall, the Durango GT Plus, for sub $50,000, this is a really nice vehicle, and the Durango's held up really well. My biggest critique with this is the fact that Dodge still does not offer a 360 camera. And I know it's kind of not the easiest to retrofit something like that. Toyota did it with the 4Runner though. So if Toyota can do it with a 5th gen 4Runner, I think Dodge can do it with this Durango. I think they can figure it out. If they keep everything else the same, just add a 360 camera, a lot more people would actually be on board with the Durango because of the engine it offers, the drive. Like this is a super comfortable ride, the interior space, the seats. Like this is a very nice vehicle. So, but you know, regardless, Dodge is actually selling more Durangos. Like more people are starting to buy these because the offerings from other manufacturers are so lackluster. And that's really what shows you like how bad the car industry's gotten here, is that The other three-row SUVs have gotten so bad that people are now going and buying something that is older, right? It used to be that people want the new stuff, but now people are going and buying the older platformed vehicle because they'd rather have that than the new stuff. So let me know your thoughts.